In our online workshops, to collaborate effectively also in remote environment, we use online whiteboards. As the name suggests, online whiteboards replicate the functionalities of traditional physical whiteboards, but they are online on the web. Instead of using physical sticky notes, we're going to use virtual sticky notes. The tool we normally use is called Miro, and in this video I'm going to show you the main functionalities and the main features of Miro. Let's see then how Miro works. The first step of your Miro experience is how to get into Miro. So during the workshop, in the chat of the tool that we'll be using as video conferencing tool, you will receive a link. This is the kind of link that you're going to receive. So if you have a Google Chrome as your predefined preset web browser, you can simply click on the link and you will go to the board that we'll be using during the workshop. Otherwise, if you don't have Google Chrome, we strongly recommend Google Chrome to use for Miro. So you don't have Google Chrome as a preset browser. You just highlight and copy the link on the Google Chrome bar, and you will be automatically redirected to the board. So you will see something like this. You will have this asking you to go on a demo or on a tutorial about how to use Miro. You can simply click on No Thanks. And this panel here on the right, the note panel, will appear. You will usually have here important information about the board and how it works. This particular case is very important that you look at this beginning of the notes, where the basic instructions about how to use the board are shown. In this particular case, I strongly advise you to go straight here to the Start Here icon, and select the arrow that is on the pop-up bar that over the Start Here. You go, and you will automatically be directed to the starting point of the board. So you are now into the board, and I'll show you the main features of how Miro works and how we will work together in a workshop. Let's start by looking at the toolbar. Let's start from the top left of our screen. The most important thing that you have to command that you have here are these two arrows here on the top left side of the screen. These two arrows are simply the undo arrow, where you can delete, cancel the last action, the last command that you did, or the repeat action. At the beginning, when you first enter the board, those two arrows might not appear, but they will appear as soon as you start working on the board. Let's go then on the top right side, on what we see on the top right side. The first thing that I want to highlight is here, where you will see all the icons of all the people working on that board. Okay, so you see my little face and all the guests. The guests usually don't have a picture on their icon. Another interesting thing is this button here, where you can hide or unhide all the guest cursors, collaborators cursors. When there are many people on the board, might be a bit annoying to have all the cursors, all the people on the board moving around on the board. So you might, through this command, to this button, show or hide the icons and the cursors of the other guest. Here, this is the notes that you already seen at the beginning will appear, and by clicking here on the cross, they will close. Let's go then on the bottom right side. Here you have a couple interesting commands. First of all, if you click on this pin map, a small map of the board will appear. You see this is whatever is in the board, and it's shown in a very, very tiny size. By selecting this rectangle, this shape, you will be able to move quickly along the whole board. Let's go back to the starting point for now. If you don't want to see this small map, you just click back on the command. Here you can choose the size of the zoom that you want to use. So by clicking on plus or minus, or simply writing in the numbers that you want. Okay, plus and minus. So we'll have zoom in and zoom out on the board. Let's go on the toolbar on the left. The most important command on the toolbar on the left side of the screen is this one, which is exactly as it says, a sticky note. So there are 3 ways you can add sticky notes on Miro. The first one is by simply selecting the sticky note button on the toolbar and dragging and drop your sticky notes on the board. The second one is double-clicking in any point of the board. The third one is the right-clicking and selecting the Add Sticky Note command from the menu. And here you go. The second important command here is this, which is text. So you can add text boxes on the board and write something here, something that you might want to use. Another interesting command is this, which is gives you access to the drawing tool in Miro. So let's select this. It appears a series of commands, a set of drawing command. Here is the pen, and here on the bottom, you can choose the size of the point of the pen. So if you want very thin size or very thick size, let's choose a very thick size. And you can draw anything, shape, anything with this. And here you have the eraser. So like any other eraser, you can just erase what you have just done. With this command, you can insert arrows, add arrows to your board, and arrows or lines to the board. Okay, and you can choose then through the toolbars what kind of characteristics, features these arrows, these lines needs to have. The last command that I want to show you is this one, which is the upload command. So during the workshop, you might need to upload documents, pictures, drawings on the board. You do it by clicking on this, selecting the My Device, and choosing in your folder all the file that you need to upload on the board. Last is a nice command which is hidden under the 3 dots, so which is the icon finder. If you are in a pretty creative mood, or you need to visualize and make your concept idea a little bit more visual, you can go and search through the icon finder for the icon that best represents your idea. Let's go on the last toolbar on the screen, which is this one, hidden by these 2 small little arrows here on the bottom left. Here there are basically one command that is useful for you, which is the timer. The workshops are based on a time box concept where very strict timing is given, allocated to each activity, just to keep the flow of the exercise and not get lost in too many detail. The facilitator will then activate a timer during the CFM workshop, and when this is happened, you will see here the time on the time it is allocated to that exercise, and the time that you have to do the exercise. To get familiar with the way Miro works, I have prepared for you an sample, an onboarding board where you can just practice and you can learn better how to use it. So in case you are lost in your board, I advise you to go to the notes sections, clicking start here and selecting the arrows, and you automatically be directed on the start here section of the board where all the activities start. Then by dragging the screen, you will move through the board. Choose the level of zoom that best fits your screen. and your preferences. The onboarding board is well structured like a mini workshop. At the beginning, you have a bit of recap of the main features, how Miro works. You can read and go through them. And then there are a few other things that I want to share with you. So during the workshop, we will do and we'll go through a series of a set of exercises. This is the way we call the activities that happen during a workshop that are aimed at solving, addressing a specific issue or producing a specific solution. So the way we address this is through this simple process, which we call note, stick, vote. So the first step is always writing ideas, concept, anything that's relevant to the task at hand on a sticky note. You will think by yourself for the first few minutes, usually 5 minutes or something like this, and then you will start writing on the sticky note, adding the sticky note on the board. Then the facilitator will cluster the sticky notes that are similar in content, understanding if there are common themes that come up with the several sticky notes, common topics that can be put together. The last is that you vote all the ideas. And by doing so, you do through a red dot that you will see at the right side of the working area that is assigned to the exercise. Once you vote, the different ideas and topics are prioritized and are based on the number of red dots received. Here, you see at the top of the bars for each exercise, you'll see here a small cell where the time allocated to the exercise is shown. And you will see in all the exercise. But let's go to the first exercise, how they look an exercise. An exercise on Miro looks more or less like this. So you have a heading bar, where the title of the exercise. And then for each exercise, you always find other 3 boxes here, which is the what, so a brief description of the exercise, the how, so the instructions that you have to follow to do the exercise, and the why. So why we are doing that? What's the aim? What's our objectives? There is a second exercise that I've prepared for you in the onboarding board, which help you get familiar with the way we are going to vote during the workshop. So the structure of the exercise is the same, and header with the title, on the top right, the little box with the time that is to be used for the workshop, and then the 3 boxes that explain what we're doing, the description of the exercise, how you're doing it, so detailed instructions and how to do the exercise, and the why we are doing that, what's our objective, what we want to achieve by doing this exercise. To vote is quite simple. You see in the working area here, red cells and red dots. Choose one of the red cells and put your name on it, so we know that you have voted and we don't double count votes or we miss anyone. Then select with your cursor the red dot on your cell and just put it close to the picture of the thing that you want to vote. For example, for me is pizza and salad. So this is more or less summarized the main features of Miro, and see you at the workshop then.